We had to discuss team building at this point because we could not have proceeded into systems thinking or design thinking without this important aspect. And then we will show how exactly it's all integrated. Now, as far as team thinking, what happens is when we're functioning in a team, we seldom ought to think about individual work. I'm not saying individual contributions should not be recognized, rewarded, or patted on its back. It has to be done. But as we're functioning, we always think we are a team. And how is that? Almost like salt. Salt is there in all our food, but it never has an identity of its own. Without it, the food doesn't exist in the seasoned and the tastier form. But with it, it never claims that here is where I am. And once it's mixed, you can never separate the salt out of the food. In other words, once your work goes into the teamwork, you can never separate it out and say, oh, this part is mine and I need to be separately recognized for this. It is the team in totality, how it functions, that's very important. This is an important quality. And now in a team, there are going to be so many obstacles, so many disagreements, so many barriers, personality conflicts. I can name many of these things that happen due to the different settings of the team. Despite of it, one needs to be like how the chicken takes its seeds. When you even put it on dirt or sand, the chicken never complains. It goes one at a time, picking every of those seeds and then taking them and eating it as its food. And so that is the kind of endurance that we need to have, as well as going with the flow attitude. That's as far as the chicken. The other example is always think of the big picture. By me working in this team, what is the bigger outcome, right? In a team, the team has been given a project and the project has to be done at the set time. How exactly are they going to render this project? That's very important. It's like a heron, or they call it even a crane. It's a little white bird that you might have seen near river ends and pond ends that's eating fish. There are so many little fish that are going in the water that it sees going up and down. It keeps looking at it, but it never thinks of it as anything. But the moment it sees a big fish, it goes straight at it and it picks it up and eats it. In other words, look at the bigger picture of your work. As much as we insist on the zoom in and the zoom out approach, you need to look into the details, and at times you need to step far and look at it. You've seen artists doing that. Step far and look at it as overall how it looks. But the big picture is the bigger outcome of it, and not be stuck at the petty levels. And this team management has an important role with design thinking, and that's what we're going to do in the next few sound bites.